Amazing animal facts. The axolotl, nature's eternal youth. The axolotl, Ambystoma mexicanum, is one of the most unique and enigmatic creatures in the animal kingdom. Hailing from the ancient lakes of Mexico, the axolotl is a neotenic amphibian, a species that retains its juvenile characteristics throughout its entire life. This aquatic salamander has drawn global interest not only for its unusual appearance and behavior, but also for its remarkable regenerative abilities that challenge the boundaries of biology and medicine. This essay provides an in-depth exploration of the axolotl's taxonomy, physiology, habitat, behavior, reproduction, and the urgent conservation concerns that threaten its existence, while also examining its symbolic and scientific significance. Taxonomy and biological characteristics. The axolotl belongs to the class Amphibia, order Eurodela, Caudata, and the family Ambystomatidae. Its scientific name is Ambystoma mexicanum, and it is closely related to the tiger salamander, Ambystoma tigrinum. Unlike most amphibians, the axolotl does not undergo complete metamorphosis. Instead, it exhibits neoteny, a phenomenon where an organism retains juvenile traits, such as gills and an aquatic lifestyle, even after reaching sexual maturity. Physically, axolotls measure around 15 to 45 centimeters in length, with the average adult growing to about 23 centimeters. They have a broad, flat head, lidless eyes, and external feathery gills protruding from both sides of the head. These gills are not only functional, but also one of the most visually distinctive features of the species. Axolotls possess 4 limbs, each with digits, and a powerful tail adapted for swimming. Their skin is smooth, and their coloration can vary based on genetics and environment, including wild type, dark with gold flecks, leucistic, pale pink with red gills, albino and melanoid, all black variants. Habitat and natural distribution. Axolotls are endemic to a very specific region, the ancient freshwater lake complex of Lake Xochimilco and, historically, Lake Chalco in the Valley of Mexico, near present-day Mexico City. These lakes once formed a vast high-altitude water system, but much of this natural habitat has been destroyed due to urbanization, agriculture, pollution, and water drainage. Today, wild axolotls are confined to highly fragmented canals and wetlands of Xochimilco, an area that has been severely impacted by human activity. The lakes are now shallow, heavily polluted, and overrun by invasive species such as tilapia and carp, which compete with axolotls for food and prey on their eggs and juveniles. As a result, the axolotl is classified as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Feeding behavior and ecology. Axolotls are carnivorous and feed primarily on small aquatic organisms such as worms, insects, crustaceans, and small fish. They use a method called suction feeding. When prey is nearby, the axolotl quickly opens its mouth, creating a vacuum that draws the prey inside. Their teeth are not used for chewing, but help in gripping and swallowing food whole. Ecologically, axolotls serve as both predator and prey in their native ecosystem, helping to maintain balance in aquatic food webs. Their decline has not only affected biodiversity, but also disrupted ecological interactions in the canals of Xochimilco. Reproduction and life cycle. Axolotls reach sexual maturity at about 12 to 18 months, while still in their larval form. Courtship involves a fascinating mating ritual in which the male deposits spermatophores, packets of sperm, on the substrate, which the female picks up with her cloaca. Fertilization is internal, and the female then lays hundreds of eggs on submerged plants or rocks. Eggs hatch in about 2 weeks, and the larvae resemble miniature adults. Axolotls do not go through metamorphosis unless hormonally induced in a laboratory setting or due to environmental stressors, in rare cases. This lifelong larval state is what makes axolotls a subject of intense scientific interest. Regeneration. A biological marvel. One of the most extraordinary features of the axolotl is its unparalleled regenerative ability. Unlike other vertebrates, axolotls can regenerate entire limbs, spinal cord segments, heart tissue, eyes, and even parts of the brain, without scarring. The process involves the formation of a blastema, a mass of undifferentiated cells that forms at the injury site and eventually redevelops into the lost structure. This ability has made axolotls a model organism in biomedical research, especially in studies focused on limb regeneration, tissue repair, cancer resistance, and developmental biology. Scientists are working to unlock the genetic and molecular mechanisms behind their regenerative capabilities, with the hope of applying this knowledge to human medicine. Conservation status and threats. Despite their popularity in labs and aquariums around the world, wild axolotls are facing a critical extinction threat. Habitat destruction, water pollution, climate change, and the introduction of non-native species have devastated their natural populations. Conservation efforts are ongoing, including captive breeding programs, habitat restoration in Xochimilco, education and community engagement, government and NGO support for environmental regulations. Mexican scientists and local communities have established axolotl refuges in parts of Xochimilco, where clean water and protective barriers allow for controlled reproduction and reintroduction. However, without significant action, the species may soon be extinct in the wild. Cultural and symbolic significance. The axolotl holds a special place in Aztec mythology, where it was associated with the god Xolotl, the deity of fire and lightning who transformed into the creature to escape death. The name axolotl itself comes from the Nahuatl language, combining ATL, water, and Xolotl, dog or monster, roughly translating to water dog or water monster. Today, the axolotl is a national symbol of Mexico, appearing in art, literature, and educational campaigns. Its image is often used to promote biodiversity and conservation. The creature's whimsical appearance and bizarre biology also make it a popular subject in pop culture, including cartoons, video games, and merchandise. Scientific importance and global appeal. Axolotls are not just important to Mexico. They have become a global scientific asset. Their genome, one of the largest ever sequenced, 32 billion base pairs, provides a rich source of information for geneticists and developmental biologists. In laboratories, axolotls are used to study everything from embryonic development to neuroregeneration and cancer resistance. Beyond science, their popularity as exotic pets has surged, especially among aquarium hobbyists. However, this has led to concerns about ethical breeding, genetic dilution, and illegal wildlife trade. Responsible pet ownership and education are key to ensuring that captive axolotls do not become a substitute for genuine conservation efforts in the wild. Conclusion. The axolotl is a creature that defies convention. With its perpetual youth, supernatural healing abilities, and mythological legacy, it has captivated biologists, conservationists, and animal lovers across the globe. Yet, despite its fame, the axolotl stands on the brink of extinction in its natural habitat. The story of the axolotl serves as a poignant reminder of the fragile interplay between nature and human development. If humanity is to preserve the wonders of the natural world, it must act decisively to protect species like the axolotl, not only for their ecological and scientific value, but for the insight they offer into life's deepest mysteries. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the axolotl, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow our page, Wild Wonders, for more fascinating stories about wildlife from across the globe. And now we'd love to hear from you. What is the axolotl called in your own language? Share it in the comments, and let's celebrate the diversity of cultures and nature together.